can party all night. It's the best of the best, best friend weekend. We can party all night. It's the best of the best, best friend weekend. We can party all night. Shout out the whole podcast crew. Everybody already know what it do.
I say, whoa, welcome to the Best Friend Weekend podcast. It's your man, Aldo NICE.
It's your boy Los, aka C.A.P.
And obviously we got some cool guests on today. I don't even know if they guests. Are we they guests? Or they our guests? I don't know how that works.
It's a collaboration. We collabing. It's a collab.
It's a collaborative effort. So I'm gonna let you ladies say your piece.
No, wait. I thought you were gonna sing for us or something.
Oh.
Yeah.
See what had happened was
when you're married early and he
as
left,
fuck.
you called the force as fuck.
As fuck.
I like that. I like, okay. Well,
It's a little jingle. That's what we do.
Yeah.
All right, so pew. What it motherfucking do? Divorce this fuckers. We are here today with the Best Friend Weekend, and we are doing our thing. We got, Jay, Aldo, Los. We doing a couple of things. You know what I'm saying? What it do?
Man, hold up. Beat in the truck. Man, I done swerved on the thing and got stuck.
You got that.
Wangers, they be poking. Man.
Got that whole double cup vibe right there. That whole double cup.
That's what you on, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
I thought you was gonna keep it going.
I was, but I'm a chick. I gotta ask him.
Oh, wow.
You got asthma. I'm a nurse. I got you. Go ahead.
What you gonna airdrop him some medicine? It don't work that way.
I can monitor his symptoms. I can monitor. Go ahead.
Oh, got you.
I got you. Let him know when he's doing a little too much, man.
Yeah, I got you.
But this is not the time to be announcing that you have asthma and conditions and shit,
Nah, I mean, I really don't have asthma.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
We did get a message once from the Asthma Association of America, AAA, and they had said that Los needs to stop perpetuating asthmology if he doesn't really have it. That's it.
Oh wow, you got it like a.
Well, the letter said, it's a false narrative, and people are taking it as a joke now. That I'm saying all the time when I don't want to do something, I just say, "Nah, I can't do that. I got asthma."
Yeah.
So we gotta do commercials for asthma now. And,
like Michael Vick with dogs.
Yeah, with dogs, the same thing. It's kind of the same thing. It's pretty. Simple.
It is.
It just come on at 4:30 in the morning if you up. So check them out.
I'm gonna set my alarm.
Good. We'll have 2 listeners now. So that's the thing. You guys seem to be like, we was kind of talking, and it seemed like you guys are pretty cool. And I think it's something to talk about that our listeners have probably never seen you guys. Your listeners has never seen us. So maybe we do need to do just a bit of background. I know that y'all are very similar to us in that y'all both live in Houston and y'all both LA transplants. We LA transplants and live in Houston. You feel me?
Wow.
How long y'all been in the H?
3 years for me.
I've been here a long time. I've been here, I don't know, a long time.
A very long time. How about you, Los?
I'm here 20 years. I came in 2000.
Yeah, and it's 15 for me from 2005. But our LA is a little bit different than y'all LA. It's a little better. It's the real, like, yeah. When he say Shreveport, he put Shreveport, comma LA at the end of it, and I put New Iberia, comma LA. So
same exact thing, but a lot
same
better.
thing. Yeah, same thing.
No smog and no traffic.
Yeah.
So you guys 504, so we know what to do.
So technically, neither one of us are 504. That's a false narrative.
They from the country. That's the country.
Most definitely.
No, New Iberia. That's the country.
But you know it though. But you know it though.
I know it. Yeah.
Where is that?
It's the country. But I know it. Yeah.
It's a sprawling urban metropolis in South Central Louisiana. Thank us for Tabasco. Thank us for Conrico Rice Mill. You know what I'm saying? Thank us for some fire little Instagram memes that, we got some cool stuff going on from now.
Oh, we do thank y'all for dope ass podcast covers too.
That part.
Thank you.
all of that good stuff, man. So, hey, man. So hopping right into it, man. If people want to know more about y'all podcast called Divorce AF, Divorce is Fucking, you guys talk a lot about, life after divorce. And I think that y'all have a built-in audience, right? A lot of people who are gone through that and might have some questions about how to survive right after it, how to come out the other side of it better than you were before. So we had a chance to sit down and listen to some of y'all episodes. They're pretty cool, running the gambit of different things. Can y'all tell us a little bit about some of those episodes that y'all have done in the past? And
y'all mean as hell too. I learned from some of y'all.
Oh, no.
mean as fuck. Mean as fuck.
That's not true.
Bitch, I mean. Girl,
No,
we are super sweet. Okay.
That's it. Super sweet. Well, we basically just focus on, like I say, empowering people, man and female, after divorce, that there is life, that it can be lived. And we know the steps that it takes to actually go through your divorce, because there are levels, there are steps that you need to take in order to grieve successfully and grieve properly. So, I mean, we talk about that. We talk about sex. I talk about sex a lot, but that's just me. But I mean, but these are all things that incorporate, once you're being a divorced woman, or a divorced person, that happens after life. So, Jay, you got something else?
We talk about everything from kids, co-parenting, relationships or lack thereof, child support. We've talked about everything from online dating to, us even dating now in this new world that we're in, because we both were married 10 plus years. So, dating looks very different from when we were in the game, so to speak. So now that we back, we trying to figure it out or whatnot, and having a little fun doing that. So we get into that, you know what I'm saying? And just living life as single moms out here doing it, working multiple jobs, and still popping. Essentially.
I hear you.
Since y'all it up, I think we was gonna wait later in the show for this.
Oh.
You want to jump right into it, Al? Or you want?
I don't, but you could do. But
okay, well, no, we'll wait.
Go ahead.
Get into it. What you want to go?
But I know what you were gonna say, Los. That y'all just hit like 3 or 4 of the things that we said. Hey, I'll talk about that.
I didn't say like dropping dick off. What you say?
No, we didn't mean that. But we'll get to most of those things y'all just talked about.
I had scrolled way down. I was like, oh, there we go.
Yeah. I put them in order.
I know that's why I asked you. Did you want? Go ahead.
No, so yeah, y'all said y'all met y'all dudes on Black Planet or College Club, because it was way a long time ago. I get you. So we want to start here. We're talking about what's happening right now. That sense of normal that's happening right now with COVID-19, with COVID-19, with Corona, and so something that everybody been doing and everybody look forward to on the weekends is like these battles, right? So last week it was Jill Scott and Erykah Badu, right? Did y'all watch it? Tell me y'all takes.
Life was lived. First of all, I lived for Erykah and Jill. You know what I'm saying? So I had to get in the mood. With the whole vibe. I had my sage. I had to sage the house and shit.
I told you to be burning sage when you listen to this shit.
Yeah.
You did say that on.
You had to get into it. I have my hair wrap on and just drink a little something. Because I was real black. I decided to drink. Some uncle. So I could really get in the vibe, and I ended up getting extremely wasted by myself. So it was great. I live like.
Bless your heart.
Yeah, we're gonna pray for you.
I'm not gonna lie. I had to work, so I was asleep. I work at night, so I had to go to work. Essential worker. I had to go.
Look at you. We thank you for all you do. By the way,
thank you.
We appreciate you.
But I missed it. So, but I heard it was great.
It's on YouTube. You ain't missing that.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go back and check it out. But yeah, I didn't. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see it. But I heard it was awesome.
What we said on the pod last week was that we felt like this one was specifically for the women, and I don't know too many dudes who really like checked in like, "Ooh, Jill and Erykah going at it." Actually, I'm here for it. Let me know. Let me know.
I knew several dudes who was waiting on him, but they're real music fans. Not saying that you guys aren't, but like true R&B like fans, like that neo soul vibe, like that old school R&B. So I had a couple of the homies who was like super checked in.
Yeah, I said it was for the Black Soap gang. Black Soap and Ralph Shea Butter gang more than anything.
The whole tap gang.
Yeah, for sure.
And they thought I was talking crazy, but I knew what I was talking about.
As you often do. We was talking about the different people that we want to see and all the battles that we want to see. I I've only really watched the Teddy Riley and Babyface. That's the only one I saw.
Which is hilarious. Which was funny.
Yeah.
That shit cracked me up though. Like,
that was hilarious.
What y'all missed was Al recreated that exact fit Teddy Riley had on. The next day when we went live at 5 on the Best Friend Weekend Educated IG pages, he recreated the exact outfit.
We've been having fun with that for a while.
Yeah, it got tiring. It was just so much every day. It was a lot.
Oh wow.
We're gonna drop it.
I missed it.
Yeah, we saw.
So we was right then collectively, Los, that it was more so for the ladies. A lot of ladies checked in and did exactly what Jay was talking about, how they did, and that's the thing. We were saying some artists that we want to see, but mostly what we want to see is kind of rapping. I mean, if it's gonna be some R&B, it better be Usher against Chris Brown. It better be the top level individuals, and they better dance.
That part, I want to see all of.
Yeah,
all of it.
Yeah.
What?
You want that ice box? You want?
Yeah, no, I could take a Marion against. Yeah, put a Marion in there. I'd take a Marion against anybody.
Against who?
Who for a Marion?
Yeah. He don't want to see Chris Brown.
Nah, that's too high level for him. Like,
yeah, he ain't got enough hits for that.
Mario.
Like Mario. He can go against Sammy.
Mario. Don't do Sammy.
No, Mario got more hits though.
He do, but it'll be competitive.
I like Sammy.
The thing we said about
I like. Stop it.
That's it. He got one song.
Sammy, no. New Sammy got some joints I need to put on a mixtape.
He do. I got
a new Sammy.
Yeah.
New Sammy.
Like it was a new Gucci Mane and new Sammy.
Like recent Sammy. He got.
Yeah, his album is bomb.
He got some cuts on there that need to go on the mixtape.
You can have a whole baby to his album.
He need a whole entry level. Put him against Jaquise or somebody. He not ready. Sammy
got to relax.
We put Lloyd against Omarion. That'll be fun too. What you think?
Lloyd is not a dancer though.
Lay it down.
You can't listen to the way IG Live works. You can't be on there doing too much dance, especially the more people you get on there. And at the end of the day, ain't nobody cold as 6ix9ine, right? He had 2.2 million people watching his IG Live. So if you want to battle 6ix9ine against the world and he winning. How y'all look?
That's not even music.
But his numbers weren't adding up. Steph wasn't right with his numbers on certain things. So I don't know.
Analytics.
I'm just saying, he might be buying streams. He might be buying followers because his numbers don't quite add up. Like Luther Vandross curl didn't quite curl.
It didn't.
This stuff just don't quite add.
No, I mean, I think people more so listen to him for him to see what he gonna say and how he gonna clown.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only reason I tuned in. I ain't gonna lie. I wanted to see for podcast material. I would never go listen to none of his. Although I did hear his last one and that bitch wasn't bad. I ain't gonna lie, it was straight.
Well, I learned through him what Blicky meant. Like my son was singing a song and he was like hit him with Blicky, and I was like Blicky with the sticky, and that's a hit gun for the stick up, and I was like
yeah.
Yeah, they hit him with the blicky before he snitched it.
No, that's why he snitched it.
They hit him with the blicky.
No, but talking about that Erykah Badu and Jill Scott, I thought that might be a cool little kickoff because when I think Erykah Badu, I think about her past, right? Like 95 to 99, she was with Andre 3000, and then 04 she was with the DOC, and then 09 she was with Jay Electronica. So she kind of moved around the music industry, and she got all them kids. With different people. Y'all both said y'all got kids. We know that y'all divorced as fuck. My question is, would you have preferred to not get married and still have your kids? Or would you have preferred to, the way you did it? Like, is that the best way?
I think the way I did it is the best way for me. Like I said, at the end of the day, my ex-husband, we may be divorced, but he is a great dad. So I definitely think the foundation for two-parent household is the reason why we have the type of child that we have. We only have one child, but we have one son. But for a 15-year-old, he's a great kid. He's mannerable. I couldn't ask for a better child, but I do know that is because of the foundation that was laid in that two-parent household.
Well, I'm looking at his IG right now, and he's hitting people with the blicky.
I know you lied.
And he got the eggplant emojis under everybody's shit. I mean, I like.
Talk about my nephew. Listen, I shit,
he's wonderful, so I can't complain. Like, and my son is, he's a bigger kid. He's like 6'1" and plays football, and he's wonderful, but he's a great kid. And like I said, I do know that's because of that 2-parent household. My ex-husband is very involved, even though he lives in another state. Mm-hmm. He'll hop, he goes with his dad often. His dad calls every day. He's involved with his school. His dad talks to his teachers. They know him very well. So I wouldn't change it at all.
How about you, Jay?
Oh, it's my turn. Okay, so
oh Lord.
So
I have a different experience.
Totally. Yeah, my shit ain't rainbows and butterflies like her. It's definitely
not rainbows.
It's wonderful and everything. Nah, my shit ain't wonderful. But I make shit happen. And so I have 3. And me and him, we are not friends. And it's fine. You know what I'm saying? I make it happen, continue to make it happen. Yeah, I don't speak on him much because I don't believe in talking badly about the other. And so if I don't have anything positive to say, then I don't.
If I ain't got nothing nice to say, then I don't say nothing at all. Listen, but my question wasn't necessarily, I'm not asking you to downplay the man. Listen, we all about black empowerment, like black people. Yeah, redoing it is the question.
I actually wouldn't change anything, even the bad, because those things, they teach you something. They're lessons if you're able to receive as such. So, you know what I'm saying? Had I not gone through such things, I wouldn't be where I am today. I wouldn't be divorced as fuck. I wouldn't be doing a lot of things that I'm doing right now. So even in those bad things, they really did build and mold who I am right now. And she's fucking amazing. Let me just tell you.
Well, what positive did you get out your marriages? Like we know negative stuff that happens in marriages. We all heard those stories, but what positivity did you get? Like what did you learn positive?
Outside of the kids, really, I think it more so for me did a self-reflection just on what I wanted and didn't want in relationships. Definitely showed the importance of communication, trust and honesty, respect. That really just shined a light on how important that was. You know, you kind of go into something thinking that, you know, I love this person so much, and then you realize love really ain't holding shit together. You know what I'm saying? It's something there, but it doesn't keep you. You know what I'm saying? You realize that there's other things that really keep a relationship together. And so, again, that's a part of that lesson, that process. So that's what I gained from that.
I mean, my dad used to always say, you can love somebody, but not like theirs.
Exactly. That's true.
That's true. That's, yeah. Because like I said, I learned how to effectively communicate. That was my biggest thing. My biggest takeaway is I actually learned that I wasn't an effective communicator in the marriage. And then when we got divorced, that's something that I focused on becoming, was an effective communicator, making sure that everything, you know, was crystal clear and that we were on the same page and that I could talk. And this is being real, that I could talk to a person without yelling or getting upset or not hearing what they're saying. That took me some time to get there to where I'm able to, like I said, effectively communicate. And my ex-husband is a money guy. So I learned how to handle my money. Those are things that I took away. You know, I learned a lot. I learned a lot. You know, I don't think that I could be still parenting my son or doing whatever, you know, the way that I'm doing if I didn't take those goods away. Because there was a lot of bad. That's why we divorced. But the good that was there, I tried to pull from it and hold on to it and learn and grow as a person, as a woman. Because one day, if I do decide to get remarried, I don't want that to happen again. So I definitely have grown and learned a lot.
So, I mean, I feel like any relationship that you're in, any long-term relationship, you're with somebody for a while, if you don't come out the other side of it, learning something from your past relationship and bringing that into your next relationship, then you're destined to repeat those same type of things. And it's not going to work. It's inherently just not going to work because you're going to have the same deficiencies. But if you can continue to grow, then eventually, you know, all due respect and all respect to the people who stick it out and stay there for the long haul and learn while they're still in the relationship. But that's just not the reality for everybody. So I just think I think that part is just real. And you know, I spoke about Erykah Badu, and she was with those 3 guys, and over the course of, I'm saying it like she was with 3 guys in one sitting. No, she was with those 3 guys over the course of like, we don't know. Over the course of like 15 years or so.
Right.
But Jill Scott is her competition. I mean, I didn't know too much about Jill Scott, but she's married 3 times and divorced 3 times. So y'all divorced AF. She divorced AF, like next level, like
on another level.
Triple AF,
triple B's, right? But I'm thinking about what I remember about Jill Scott when I think about her. I think, why did I get married? I think that movie, right? Her, Sheila, and Mike, right? And like how he drained her bank account after the divorce, and he was flirting with a friend. But I was thinking more specifically about how their biggest turmoil in the movie was when they were breaking up, how he was trying to like get pissed off about her dating the next dude and vice versa. Like, so do y'all be checking for your ex, like in regards to who they dealing with now? Is that important to you? Is that something consciously or subconsciously, is it something that you think about?
My ex is remarried already. My ex-husband's remarried. He's actually been remarried for like almost 2 years. We've been divorced for 3. He's been remarried for 2. We've been separated for 5 years though. Right. Well, we were separated for 5 years. Well, no. Okay. Take that back. We were separated for 2 years before I filed for divorce. And then a year after the divorce was final, he got remarried. So I think that it was enough time for him to move on or, do whatever. So no, I don't check for him. And his wife, shout out to her. She's a family friend, so we're very comfortable with each other already.
Issa.
Everybody got quiet. She's his cousin's best friend. So I've known her as long as I've known my ex-husband. So
the clean up woman just been there the whole time, huh?
Well, she was there first. She was actually there before me. Okay. And I didn't know that. She was there before me. He actually had stopped talking to her to talk to me and end up marrying me. Gotcha. So she was kind of like,
he don't play no game. That boy put it to the fan.
No. So
he was used to being married.
We were together 11 years. He likes being married because that's just him. He likes being married. Mm-hmm. We're together 11 years. But so
is she why y'all got divorced? That's too personal.
Huh?
She why y'all got divorced? That's too personal.
No, I filed for divorce. He didn't want a divorce. I did.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was me. I filed. But no, me and her, we have a decent relationship. There's no animosity. We never really liked each other before.
I was just about to say,
we never really
waiting on this, huh?
We never really had a good relationship because basically he left her to be with me, and and I didn't know none of this was going on. So I was basically not a side chick, but he basically started talking to me and then let her go, and we ended up getting married. So me and her never really had a good relationship, but there's never been any disrespect on neither part. So as adults, she's 10 years older than me. So as adults, me and her both.
She like just sliding these little facts in. But I filed for divorce, and she is like old.
Because me and my ex-husband are the same age. Me and my ex-husband are not only 9 months apart. We're the same age. So she's exactly 10 years older than both of us. So
never mind. Don't say that. I'm not gonna say that.
She's a nice person though. I have no issues with her. I mean, he's happy. I'm happy. Our son is happy. That's all that matters. So
she got grandkids?
Happy. Huh?
You got grandkids?
No.
Okay.
Why would I have grandkids?
No,
does she have grandkids?
Oh, no. She could pop me. Her kids are all grown, so.
Does she get 60% off when she go to like Shoney's or like
I think so.
The Golden Sizzler
phase?
I think she do.
Hey, she only play $8.50 to go to the movies and stuff.
I think she do.
Like, do they even have Shoney's? Oh my God.
Don't ask if she got. I'm sure the woman don't got worms. But Jay, what's your question? I mean, asking you the same question. Do you be checking? Do you be checking for them? Do you look at the social media or whatever it is? Yeah, I think it's different because
she ready to fight. I ain't gonna lie.
No, actually, absolutely not. He checks for me. I don't even know what his social media is. I have no interest whatsoever. 0. Okay. Matter of fact, he just got his name in my phone like a few weeks ago. So,
okay.
But you knew the number, so it's the same thing. You knew that number when it came across the screen.
Stop it. His number, like he changed his draw. So it definitely wasn't the same number.
You must talk to him. Never mind. Go ahead.
But I think part of that is part of that is human nature to be inquisitive.
No, my only issue was because he fucks with all types of women. I don't care, but when you start bringing different women around my kids, that's when I have issue. But what he does, have fun, do what you do, just as long as none of them hoes call me. And that's usually where we get into it, because I don't know what he be telling them, and then they want to talk to me. Strange. Leave me alone.
Yeah, you don't want to mix worlds like that. People say that before, like mixing your different worlds and kind of bringing these things together. That sometimes it becomes the beginning of arguments and just kind of things working out the way that you don't necessarily want them to. I mean, Los, I think that you can answer that honestly. I mean, if I was talking to somebody and we're not together no more, I mean, we didn't say this up front, but obviously Los and I, neither one of us has been married. So, we getting a little bit of game from y'all, just kind of listening.
Los,
what do you mean? Don't do it. Don't do it.
Los
Reconsider.
I got asthma. I got asthma.
Like you got asthma.
But I'm still.
I just told him to give you an asthma pump down the aisle. Hit you with a couple.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna be curious to see if she upgrading. I mean, that's not possible, but we're gonna still see if she likes keeping the same standard of dude. Like,
let's
upgrade ain't necessarily possible.
Often in relationships, especially in divorce and such, the men tend to downgrade.
Okay.
I mean, I don't always agree with that.
It's not always a fact, but yeah, it's usually a fact.
I'm just saying most often when they tend to cheat or whatever, or get with the next one.
Oh, they cheat down?
It's always,
because women are hypergamous. So we always, women are naturally hypergamous. So we always tend to, date up anyway.
I know a brother from Southern University who said, we are the prize now. He's a recent lawyer. And he said that they're 70%, and he gave a whole bunch of them. Yeah. Y'all go look him up.
He got a whole algorithm for that.
A whole algorithm.
That's why he the prize.
It's a lot more likely for us to date up than you guys. But to each his own. Yeah. I'm just curious.
But I'm saying women are naturally hypergamous. We're gonna always look to date up anyway. We're never gonna want to date down. It's just what we.
But for a lot of women, that's impossible though.
Yeah. Because to us, you might have dated down. You thought you upgraded, and we looking at you like, oh, she.
Jay, that face is golden. She make it over there. Los, you see her face? She like, it's impossible to date up. Yeah. But what if I meet LeBron James? Well, you're not though. That's the thing.
But I think this is me. I just think that a man, no matter how he feels like he's the prize or whatever, I feel like he don't even know what kind of man he's gonna be or what type of man he is until he knows what type of woman he even wants.
Got you.
Hey. I think that's something men learn.
He can say he's the prize, which sounds good, but trust me, if you don't have the right woman behind you or the right woman beside you, you'll never reach that full potential of that man that you can become without that woman pushing you, because that's what we do. That's our gift.
You're not wrong when you're right, sis. You ain't wrong when you're right. You're not wrong when you're right, sis.
Luther made us talk about it. We made the house go home.
Yeah. So when I hear facts and people talk like that, I don't worry about it.
I mean, I think your perspective is golden, and I think that's a very interesting thing. I threw out like, what if they hop back with LeBron James or whatever, and I just kind of threw that out indiscriminately. But something that obviously has been kind of something in the culture that people have been watching the last few weeks is The Last Dance, this documentary that's been going on ESPN, and it's like the Bulls from the whole Michael Jordan era, right?
Right.
Real quick question: have y'all seen any episodes of that? Have y'all watched it at all?
Bits and pieces. I can't really piece everything, but bits and because I've been sleeping. I'm not gonna lie.
You've been asleep.
Yeah. Literally. I've been working.
I just think it's.
I ain't had time. I gotta devote. I gotta like get into it, and because I know I'm not gonna be able to get into it, I don't want to watch it until I actually sit down.
I think this is a great time to talk. This is a great time to talk to dudes, because dudes have been more connected during Corona without sports. I didn't find out all kind of skills I didn't know I had. I know how to do all kind of new things that I didn't learn since coronavirus has been happening.
What you learn?
I can
sew masks. I could put.
I'm a plumber. low key.
Okay.
Yeah, a whole.
Okay, like a real plumber or like a
No,
plumber?
both. No, a plumber.
picked
I can
Yeah,
plumb.
now here she go. Now I picked up Adobe Premiere. We was talking about this last night. I picked up some different computer skills to be able to do so. Like a lot of things that I could do. So without sports all day, y'all, this might be a good prime time to meet some men, to talk to men. But okay, let me talk about the two stars of the documentary, Jordan and Pippen. Obviously, Jordan divorced at once, Pippen divorced twice, and I just think that it was an interesting thing as they progressed. They married really young. They married right when they were getting into the NBA. Michael Jordan made it last a very long time. Oh, I'm sorry. I said that. That was a very male-centric way of looking at it. Michael Jordan and his wife made it last a very long time together until it didn't work. And then he was on his own with it. I mean, then he remarried. And I mean, I just kind of that idea of kind of building somebody up, being with them for a long time, and them kind of moving on to the next thing. And
well, she got paid for her time, though.
Well, the elephant in the room for me is money, because
Jordan wife got paid for her time.
That's the thing I'm thinking. Yeah,
she got paid well for her time. She ain't mad about absolutely nothing. Even though he went and got that little fun-looking white girl that's about 20 years younger
white,
than him.
I don't think. Well, yeah, she is white.
No, she white.
She white as hell.
White.
Yeah, she white. And the thing about that is, he realized that he gonna be moving around and stuff. He just needs somebody to be like, okay, honey, I'll be here when you get back. Jordan wife wasn't with that. Where you going? Where she at? All of that. Is she at the store? She at the office? That white girl ain't tripping. As long as she can go to Rodeo and shop with her friends and do whatever, she ain't tripping about none of that stuff, man.
My whole idea was just that money changed everything. And what do y'all think about that in a relationship, that money changing things?
I don't know if it necessarily, I'm not gonna say it changes, but it definitely enhances whoever you are. I feel like sometimes, you know what I'm saying, if you're a good person, then you might end up doing some great, amazing things to be helpful to other people. But if you're selfish, then that is definitely going to exude all of your selfishness. I think it's almost like doing drugs. It elaborates on who you are, whether you smoking, you drinking. It's gonna bring that out and real nasty.
Well, money ruined my marriage. So I mean, that's just for me. Money ruined ours.
How so?
Because when we were younger, we didn't have any, and we had to depend on each other to make things work. I had
y'all didn't go to work for 3 days in a row. I heard
real
the story.
talk. Yeah, there was time we didn't go to work because we didn't have no money. And that was something that I felt like should have bonded us tighter. And at that time, it did. It made us more solid because we're like, look, if we can go through the worst together, we can get through anything. This ain't nothing.
The good should be the championship time.
Right. But when money started to come in and my husband's, at the time, his income started changing because we started a business, it felt like he took love completely out of the equation. Everything was based on, well, I hurt your feelings. Let me go buy you a purse. I hurt your feelings. Let me go get diamond earrings. You want to go to Hawaii? You want to go to New York?
Was that not his? Could that have not been his love language though?
It was not his love language because that wasn't my love. Because you know what?
Okay.
Because you have to love, when you do love languages, you have to love that person on their love language. You can't love them on yours.
You ain't wrong when you're right.
You have to love them on theirs. And that wasn't my love language. My love language is acts of service. Him helping me around the house. Him making sure I had gas in my car. That's how you show me you love me, by taking stuff off my plate.
But that's a lesson to learn for a lot of people, right? Because people love the way they want to be loved. Los, what you was going to say?
I was about to say, well, with him, he thinking, well, a lot of dudes, when you start one way and then you start broke and now you got the money, you want to give her everything. I want to give her this. I want to give her that. Maybe he thought, like you said, he forgot. Like maybe y'all should have that conversation. Like, look, I don't need all that. Like, I just need you to do these simple things.
We did.
But I was gonna say I still feel like it enhanced whatever the hell he was dealing with, because if he was an asshole and instead of him apologizing for certain things that he probably needed to do, it was like, well, let me gift you. You know what I'm saying? So again, it's more so of an excuse. You know what I'm saying? Or like I was dealing with a guy who was talking to, and it's like, he had money or whatever, but he was insecure as fuck. You know what I'm saying? So instead of him having a conversation or whatever, I'm gonna buy you this. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm gonna keep you, because I can do that. I can do that easy. I got this. You know what I'm saying? I got these coins, so let me just shell it out at you. It's always an insecurity or something that's behind it. So whenever you have money, you look at what their issues are, their flaws are, because it's going to come out in a major way because they have the financial means to do it.
Right.
And I'll talk about this all the time. With a lot of people that we know is like dudes put their money out in front of them. You know what I'm saying? To really hide behind it a lot of times. And we see guys, you really lame, but you put your money out in front of you so people will know who you are and how you moving out here. That definitely makes sense.
And then a lot of times they're like, you first time you talk to a guy, the first thing they say, I can pay bills. Well, I can pay my own bills. My lights click on and off just
people
fine.
say that? We don't.
Yeah.
We don't believe in that.
He's from
the
Venus.
views expressed by do not express the views of the Best Friend Weekend podcast.
At all. Never asked that question. I never asked in my life.
But
you know why?
I've heard that more than once. I can pay bills. And I'm like, well, I can pay bills too. Like I said, my lights click on and off with no problem. And I'm on the thicker side. So I ain't missing no meals. You know what I'm saying? I eat real good. So
that's crazy.
So I mean, like that's not impressive to me because it's not.
Yeah, I don't understand that philosophy either. But we know people like that though, Los. You know people that we know
put their money
who it's disgusting still to this day.
You know, Los, you say you got asthma, but what's the other thing you always say that you're on what?
I'm on child support, man.
Okay, so speak on it then.
I mean, hey, listen here, child support a fool, man. But the thing about me and my child mother, y'all talked about communication earlier. I had to learn. Well, I already knew. I just learned that if she frustrated or have a problem with something, me getting upset or frustrated about it with her doesn't make the situation better. Like I feel like when you have a mother and a child, she's a custodial parent. The child's with her the majority of the time, and you get the child a lot. But that's who she's with. It's no sense in you getting frustrated too, because y'all have to be on the same page at all times. You know what I mean? And yes, the kid gonna need all kinds of stuff. Yes, they do take money out of my check every time I get paid. I don't agree with it, but it is what it is. And my child still gonna ask me in need for stuff. So I mean, at the end of the day, bitch, I ain't paying no bills for you. That's all.
Wow.
Oh, well, that's not what I was asking you to say. I thought you was going to about their child support, but you got on a soapbox, Los. I ain't gonna lie.
No, I
had to lean in.
I'm like, wow.
This check must have just dropped and it was light.
He said a B
just
word.
I mean, not bitch.
I heard him. No, that's not what he said. He didn't say that. Yeah.
I said wanch.
But
no, I'm just saying, like, I could never address a woman like, oh, I'm finna pay your bills because I got responsibilities, bro. I can't come to you like, hey, I pay bills. Stupid shit.
See, that's like I said, but that's you and you're honest. You know what I'm saying? And I respect that more than somebody coming to me like, hey, I can pay your bills. If you tell me like, hey, look, I like you. I think you fly. I think you dope. I want to take you out. I know you usually eat over here, but the way my check is set up, we're going to have to have a picnic in the park until I get my, I
go to the food truck real quick. Yeah.
I love a good food truck, so I'm like, shoot, I'm down. I'm an LA girl. We like taco trucks.
Taco stands.
It ain't much to impress us, believe it or not. You know what I'm saying? You can take me to the taco truck, make sure they salsa bomb, and give me a jarritos. I'm good. But some people, like you said, they lead with their money. So that's the insecurity that they hide behind because there's something wrong with them.
No,
absolutely. That they feel like that's all they got to bring to the table. But when you got a little bit more, your confidence is different.
Yeah. Some
you
dudes
move
go
a little
broke
different
trying
when
to
you
do that
get
too, though.
Yeah. Big facts.
Some boys go broke trying to do that. Like I know, some boys go broke trying to do that. Go ahead, Al.
No, I was just gonna say, like the question that this was a question you this is the first question Los to be completely transparent. The first question Los asked me when he said what we should ask him about. Ask them about child support. Do they believe in that?
Yeah.
Do they that was the first thing? So that's what I was throwing him the lob for. He just for some reason, this is my dog. He don't usually be in his feelings like that. Who hurt you, Los? Like
nobody hurt me. No, I was just saying.
We bring that out of people.
No, not that. No, I was just saying
that hurt coming to the surface. He used the B word.
I was just saying like I don't see how dudes be out here tomorrow pay bills. Ain't no way in hell I can exit. I'm gonna leave with that. I'm on child support.
Well, the thing about child support is not sufficient anyway. We just did an episode on child support.
That's what I want.
Essentially, you should have checked it out. Essentially, child support is not for you, me, or the kid. I mean, it is a part of the institution. So you know what I'm saying, there's a portion that's being taken out that goes to the court that suffices that, you know what I'm saying, it doesn't go directly to you. You know, it goes through a couple channels to keep that whole justice system afloat, that side. Oh yeah, check it out.
No,
So,
I asked my child mama. She could.
But I believe in child support. I do.
I'm not saying I'm against it, but I'm saying for some people it's necessary. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Well, I believe in child support as well.
Yeah,
but I feel like there are certain men who, you know, they handle their business. You don't have to put them on child support because they do what they need to do. They, you know, and it shouldn't just be about money anyway. Like you should be an involved parent. Like you should be an involved dad. There's more to a child than the finances. You know, there's a social, emotional, you know, spiritual side that you should be feeding. So, you know, you're only concerned about this financial aspect, and that's a problem from jump. But of course, it's necessary because you do have certain individuals who, you know, are not going to do what they need to do. And child support is very bare minimum. You know what I'm saying? Like I have a friend who literally, she has 2 kids, and because whatever hook and crook type shit he did with his finances when he went to court, she gets a whole, like, what is it, $28.
That's how I learn right there. Like I'm a big believer in child support.
That's what's ordered. You know what I'm saying? So when people are like, "Oh, well, you getting child support?" You don't even understand how that shit works.
You show she wasn't having babies with a $28 nigga?
No, but he knew how to finesse his shit to where, you know what I'm saying?
You got to show the right. You can show the right W-2s and be all right.
But, yeah, you can.
Yeah, it's your W-2s.
But it's certain that know how to work under the table, and it's other things that happen. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the barbers of the world and and the grass cutters. Shout out.
They can win.
Shout out.
I'm a big believer in child support. I think, you know, because especially if you're not there, I just don't believe I've seen guys who pay child support where they can't live afterwards.
Yeah,
that's the only problem I really have. I don't think that you should like if you bring it home $1,200, you know, or $1,200 a month or $2,000 a month, you paying like $1,000 in child support. You can't live like that, man. You know what I mean? And you know, so you know, and then the more he works, you know, she go back and reapply. My thing is, my question is, do you think? Oh, did you? Well, I don't know. What did y'all put y'all exes on child support for get back, or that just was a standard thing in the divorce?
No, let me okay, so real quick background on me. My son is actually from a previous relationship. My ex-husband is his stepfather. Okay. He's been raising our son since he was 6 months old. Okay, my ex-husband doesn't have any children. Our son is
good nigga. Where he live at? He can come hang with us.
He's a good dad. He's a good dad.
That's a great man. You don't understand how that's not an easy task.
He's a good dad, and I give him that. I never take that away from him. He's a great father. We have a good co-parenting relationship. Husband, that's why we divorced. He's a good dad, okay? So I like to let that be known. But he's been raising our son since he was 6 months. My son's biological father was involved in his life until he was about 10 years old. He took me to court to do a DNA test, even though we lived in the same house. So he took me to court to do a DNA test. Part of that whole DNA and everything in the court, that like kind of gets equated into it, the child support. So when you mediate and you do all these custody things, that comes up. So I asked for child support.
Lawyers be going back and forth.
Yeah, I asked for child support then, but it definitely was not to get back at him or be upset. It was just the fact that I was a young single mother. I was working at night, working in the ER at the time. I needed extra help. He didn't want to help. I had to go, you know, put that in child support. He doesn't pay regularly. He pays sporadically whenever he feels like it. My son still don't miss no meals. I don't try to go after his license, and you know, I don't even bother the man. You know what I'm saying? If he pay, he pay. If he don't, he don't. It'll all catch up in the end because he's $100,000 already behind in arrears.
He can't go nowhere. Ain't no Bahamas, ain't no other country. He can't get no passport. He ain't got no life.
That's not my issue because I've tried to work with him where I've lowered it. I took it because I took it to him. It was $1,100 a month for his child support for one child. Then I took it down to $400 just for him to cover the daycare costs.
He sell cocaine?
We like the ex way more than we like him. Straight up.
Way more. Wait a minute, $1,100 a month? Jesus.
Yeah, his first order was for $1,100, and then it was
That's
like
a regular job, Los. That's a regular job, Los.
No, for them put you on child for $1,100 a month.
I know people paying $1,100 more than that a month
For one kid?
Yeah,
that's a lot of money.
That's my biggest issue with child. I've said this many times. My biggest issue with child support is that I feel like it kind of gives an arbitrary value on a kid, and I think that that's kind of weird. Now I know there's two schools of thoughts on that. That why is this child worth $28 and why is this child worth $1,100? And I think that it's an inequity for children. And I mean, maybe we say like maybe what I just said jokingly is a real thing. You know, maybe you shouldn't lay with a $28 person, right? But in the big scheme of things, like why would Paul McCartney's child be getting $10K a week or whatever it is versus this other child? I feel like all children should have the same value. Maybe we put that all in a collective pool and all families get the same. But there's no real right answer for that. Just the thought. So that's kind of one of my biggest things with it.
But like I said, I tried to lower his child support for him because he said $1,100 was just too much. He couldn't live after. So I just said, hey, just give me $400. That'll cover his daycare where I can go to work and we're cool.
Oh, that's easy money right there.
Right. And I tried to, and I didn't try to railroad the man. I really tried to make it about our son and what would be the best for him to make sure that his father could be available, you know, in his life, so he's not working himself to death, that he could be available to take his son and do what he needed to do with him. So I always feel like I did my part in that, but he didn't do his because he still didn't pay the $400, and then he still is an absent father. So I did my part.
Problem. That's my biggest problem.
I did my part.
I don't like guys who get great, you know, child mothers and they don't take advantage of that. Like, because some dudes out here who got mothers that are bitter and mad about everything. Anytime you get a raise, they trying to get more money out you, more money just to punish you. It's not nothing about the kid. It's all about themselves and how they feel about you. And a guy gets somebody who's actually trying to work with him, you know what I mean? And you still don't, at the end of the day, I feel like I don't care what it is, that's still your child. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even if it's high as hell, be like, look, I can't afford that, but I can afford this and I'll do this. You know what I mean? I can help you out with this part too. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, I just feel like it's all about the kid in my mind. That's how
it is. And that's why I, you know, was like, hey, what can you do? You know, it wasn't like you're gonna pay me. You know, it was like, hey, what you can do, just get him on your weekend so I can get my break. I appreciate that. You know, let me get my break. You know, come to your son's football games, do your part as a parent. But that wasn't something I could get from him. And I didn't, you know, like I said, I have a wonderful ex-husband who is a wonderful father.
We like him.
And
I actually
shout out ex-daddy.
Yeah, I actually saw your son's father out one day. He was at Prospect Park and he told his girl, listen, I'll pay your bills. I don't even pay child support, nigga. Like,
that fool don't even pay child support. I got extra money.
I said, whoa.
Wait a minute.
Whoa, wait a minute.
You got to relax, brother.
You got to relax, brother.
Possible, because he do live in Texas, so it's possible. He lives in Dallas, so it's possible.
Oh, okay. Jay, what about you?
Jay falling asleep over there. You see her? I thought her screen was froze.
Yeah. No, she over there patiently waiting her turn because she got a whole bunch.
She got hit. She got
the 1800 already mixed.
The Rock Lil cousin.
Yeah.
That's the 18.
It's already mixed 1800. Pull up, sis.
Go ahead. It's tough. You said 3 kids, huh?
All right, so Jay,
go ahead, baby. Drink.
Hold that thing up and let us have it. We're gonna be quiet.
What was the question?
No. I think, listen, this is what I say. I got a rule. Visual pods, we don't try to go so long because, listen, we want to give the people what they want, but we talked about a lot of the marriage stuff. I want to talk a little bit more about y'all dating, like the dating scene afterwards, you know, like we was just clowning before we started talking about y'all was Issa and Molly. Y'all could figure out who Issa and Molly is and like how on your own time.
Probably Molly.
But you know, like I think an interesting question is like Tiffany is the only married friend on the show, and how is that having like married friends when you're single? But let's continue that conversation, and I want to talk about some crazy stuff that I can't talk about necessarily with my face on the screen. Now here she go, man. Listen, tell them where they can find y'all at. What is y'all go? Tell them where we can find you stuff at.
FYI, we're divorced as fuck. We are on pretty much all your social media platforms. We are _divorced_AF on the gram. That came on Twitter. On Facebook, we are Divorced as Fuck Podcast in a group. And fuck with us a lot bit. You know what I'm saying?
And as we know, as Best Friend Weekend on most everything except for what, Twitter, we BFW Pod. Everything else, Best Friend Weekend, holla at the crew. What we gonna do is we're gonna continue this conversation. So if you want to hear this whole interview, go listen to the Divorced as Fuck podcast from this week on all streaming platforms. Y'all can hear the rest of the interview when we get a little bit more off-brand than we already are. But until next time, y'all have a great weekend. Think of the Best Friend Weekend. And we out. I got the blicky.
Oh, wow.
Blicky with the sticky.
Hey, she was happy she learned that. Thank you, son. You want some Jordans?
Best friend weekend, we can party all night. It's the best of the best friend weekend. We can party all night. Shout out the whole podcast crew. Everybody already know what it do. When you really gotta kill it, ain't nobody gonna feel it. When you really gotta tell them it's my crew. It's best friend weekend. We can party all night. We got Ross moving, Los, Rumble, Aldo NICE.